Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're unpacking a framework that is basically going to completely reframe how we think about talent. Because instead of treating recruitment as, just another administrative hurdle, we're looking at how to wield it as a massive strategic business advantage. Think of this as your boardroom-ready guide to really leveling up your hiring.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's the structured roadmap we're going to follow today. First, we'll look at people over technology investments. Then, the hidden costs of hiring. Next, unlocking the productivity premium. After that, how ExpertOnHire transforms recruitment. And finally, the path to competitive advantage. All right, let's get going.
Section 1. People over technology investments. We all know business leaders make heavy investments in automation and digital infrastructure, right? So let's talk about that.
Look at literally any modern business, and you'll see staggering amounts of capital poured into things like automation and cloud infrastructure. But here's the ultimate Trojan horse in modern strategy. We rely so heavily on technology that we kind of forget a fundamental truth. You can have the most advanced software stack in the world, the absolute best money can buy, but it's the capable professionals behind the screens who actually drive innovation and efficiency. The tools don't execute, the people do.
It all boils down to this major paradigm shift. Technology alone cannot create business success. Exceptional people do. It's a simple statement for sure, but it absolutely dictates where we should be focusing our core strategic efforts.
Moving on to Section 2, the hidden costs of hiring. Because if exceptional people drive success, we definitely need to examine the dark side of getting the people part wrong.
So ask yourself this direct question. What is low productivity actually costing your organization? I'm not just talking about a recruiter's fee or a vacant seat. Actually, fun fact, a bad hire can sometimes cost up to 30% of their first-year earnings, which is honestly terrifying. Now, I'm talking about the deep structural costs that literally bleed a company dry when the wrong fit enters the ecosystem.
Let's quickly run through what these cascading negative effects actually look like on the ground. We're talking project delays, increased rework because, well, the code wasn't right the first time, missed deadlines, employee burnout, because your top performers are suddenly carrying the weight of underperformers. And that naturally leads to customer dissatisfaction, and ultimately, sharply higher operational costs. The crucial point here is that the ripple effects of these hidden costs frequently and vastly exceed your actual recruitment expenses.
All right, Section 3, unlocking the productivity premium. Let's pivot away from those negative consequences and get to the real aha moment of this explainer.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this definition right here. The productivity premium is the additional business value created when organizations consistently hire capable professionals. You need to treat this as a critical piece of business vocabulary that every single leader needs to own. It's that huge surplus value you capture when you finally get hiring right.
Think about it like this. Just one exceptional hire creates value far beyond their individual day-to-day contribution. That single great hire increases the engineering productivity of the whole team. They accelerate software development. They actively reduce technical debt instead of adding to it. They improve overall software quality, which in turn strengthens your company's capacity for innovation. It's like a snowball effect. The value compounds incredibly quickly.
Which brings us to Section 4, how ExpertOnHire transforms recruitment. Let's look at the actual mechanics of how we capture this productivity premium.
So how do we actually do it? Well, the contrast between the old way and the new way is pretty stark. Traditional recruitment is fundamentally reactive. It focuses on just filling vacancies as quickly as possible, and that usually results in high uncertainty, where you spend weeks drowning in unverified resumes. But ExpertOnHire's strategic hiring, that completely shifts the paradigm. It utilizes AI matching, portfolio-based evaluation, and practical validation. It literally moves organizations away from just hoping for the best toward making confident, highly strategic decisions based on real, validated proof.
And this brilliantly illustrates how they do it. Through capabilities like AI-assisted talent matching and structured technical assessments, ExpertOnHire provides verified technical experts based on real-world portfolios. This means startups and enterprises are directly connecting with professionals who are fully capable of contributing from day one. You're entirely eliminating that painful uncertainty curve.
Finally, Section 5, the path to competitive advantage. Let's zoom out and look at the compounding long-term results of utilizing this kind of strategic partner.
This framework right here shows exactly how that momentum builds. It starts with your business vision, which connects with AI-assisted matching. That verified talent immediately builds high-performing teams. And what do those teams do? They naturally yield faster project delivery. And that faster high-quality delivery creates the ultimate goal: continuous innovation and sustainable business growth. It's literally an accelerating momentum engine that takes a business vision and turns hiring into a massive long-term competitive advantage.
But you know, those high-performing teams, they don't just happen by accident. They require a very specific cocktail of traits: strong technical expertise, seamless collaboration, deep accountability, adaptability, elite problem-solving ability, and a real hunger for continuous learning. ExpertOnHire identifies these exact qualities before professionals even join your business, which firmly cements the foundation for these elite teams.
For the founders, the CTOs, and the HR professionals watching, this is absolutely the core takeaway of our entire explainer. Hiring is no longer simply an HR activity. It is a business strategy. When you start treating recruitment with the exact same strategic rigor as your product roadmap or your financial forecasting, the measurable profitability and capability of your company goes through the roof.
It really all boils down to this powerful little mantra from ExpertOnHire: hire smarter, build faster, grow stronger. It's all about cutting through the noise, getting smooth hiring, and connecting straight to the talent that will actually build the future of your company.
So I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought to consider today. Take a hard look at your current operations and ask yourself, are you just filling vacancies, or are you strategically building capability for long-term business success? Because honestly, the answer to that question is going to dictate exactly where your company is 5 years from now. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. I really hope this empowers you to completely rethink your approach and go build an exceptional team.